Yeah, just welcome to the stage, Alex.
Yeah, thank you. How do we engineer disruption for positive change? 7 years ago, I landed in LA, and I came down here to create something of myself, to create a future, to really get out there, and also make a shit ton of money. Yes, I had come down here with a very unique idea in mind. I was gonna become an actor in Los Angeles. Oh, you laugh, but I had just landed a major role in a major blockbuster feature film. I was frat boy #1 in Twilight. Oh yeah, baby, oh yeah. I was the dude who got kicked in the nuts by Kristen Stewart, only to have Robert Pattinson come up and save the day. That was my claim to fame, my 15 minutes, that was it. I was gonna be a star. So I came down here and fell flat on my face. And audition after audition, no. But I got this opportunity to get an audition for a lead role in a network picture. And so I walked in there, got in front of the producers, did my thing, nailed it, walked out, and I remember just like breathing it in like, this is the moment before it all happens, baby. This is it. Agent calls me, and I'm like, when we filming, baby? And she goes, Alex, what the hell did you do? I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, the producers thought you were stoned. I was like, what? She goes, did you smoke before you went on your audition? I said, no, I would never do that. I'm a professional. I smoked after the audition. I'm just kidding. I just said that for a fact. But I was like, what are you talking about? She said, you were the worst audition that they had seen. And in that moment, I quit. I never walked into an audition room again. Was this failure, or was this just an opportunity in disguise? I believe that failure is a frame of mind, and it's identifying your purpose that's most important. The problem is I hadn't done that yet. Around this time, I was making these little furry hoods for friends and family. This is the first spirit hood that I ever made. So, yes, woo! So Spirit Hoods, it's a faux fur animal hoodie, right? We give back to nonprofits that help endangered animals. It's got your little sleeves with your little pockets here and whatnot. You can wear it as a scarf, you know, you can rock it. And so my friend came over and he's like, man, you gotta pull your head out of your ass. You know, this is not the end of your life. Come to this party with me, right? I put my Spirit Hood on. And I went to this like little pretentious party in Hollywood. Everybody's like dressed up, looking all good. And I roll in with that thing on, and people are like, who the hell is this guy? People wanted to pet me and touch me and take pictures with me and like invite me over to their table for shots. And so that was the light bulb. And I said, okay, I gotta turn this into a business. Now mind you, I had no business experience. I had no formal business education. And I definitely didn't have any money. But the beautiful thing is that didn't matter. That actually helped me. And when we talk about disruption, it helped because I was able to come into an industry without any preconceived notions or ideas of how I needed to think, be, or act. So I came back to LA. I was figuring it out. Okay, how do I manufacture? Beating the streets. How do I source? How do I, design? How do I sell? How do I market? How do I build a website? How do I do all these things that all of us ask ourselves every single day? So we launched in Vegas, we opened up 45 accounts, and we did $1 million in the first year, and we were on. And then the second year, we did $4.5 million, and we were even more on. And we made it, baby, finally. After all this time, I'm here. This is it. And then 2012 came around, and all of a sudden, the phones weren't ringing anymore. We had invested all of our money back into the company in all of the wrong ways. Because mind you, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. During that time, it was really like, what do I do? Like, where do I go from here? And so during that time, I read an email from a woman named Maya, and she had a son named Ronan. He was a beautiful boy, 2 years old, beautiful eyes, just an incredible spirit. And she told me about his struggle with cancer. He wore his Spirit Hood. It was the only time that I saw him come alive again, in a time when he was dying. And I was like, oh. Wow. Like, I think I have problems? Screw me. Screw my issues. I've got nothing on this. And I said, you know what? No matter what happens with this company, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna tell this woman's story. And we created a Spicy Monkey Spirit Hood, which is what she called her little boy. and we raised about $50,000 for her nonprofit. In that moment, I realized, okay, there's something more to this, right? We must have a belief in something greater than ourselves. Before that, it was all me, me, me. What's wrong? Why am I not in the position I'm in? Why am I not making the money that I want? Why isn't the business doing what it needs to be doing? And I had totally forgot about the reason why we started to begin with, which was to give back, to help. So the second that I started caring again, or at least focusing on that belief that was bigger than myself, things started to turn around. I'm going to put on my big boy pants. I'm going to figure out how to market. I'm going to figure out how to take a company that's declining and turn it around. I'm going to figure out all the things about business that I clearly don't know right now, and we're going to make this a success. Is the last thing I do, I swear to God. And so I got us on Shark Tank, and that was incredible. And it gave us a boost of adrenaline. And now the phones were ringing again. I said, okay, this is working. And I figured out, okay, how do I market online, shift our focus from wholesale into like online strategy, social media, e-commerce, all these things. How do I heal the relationships within our community? How do I re-energize our company culture? And in 2014, we started to see a growth again, and now we're back, positioned for the best year that we've had since 2011. The three most important lessons I learned, I touched on two, right? For engineering disruption. One is identifying your purpose. I think that us as individuals and entrepreneurs, we oftentimes overlook ourselves. To identify yourself, personal development. What is your vision, your mission, your purpose in life? What gets you up in the morning? What inspires you? What do you want to create in this world? And the second one is the belief in something greater than yourself. So how do we get past our ego, like this gentleman said, get out of our own way, right? And really start working for what's bigger, because the truth is entrepreneurship is really fucking hard. But really success is a frame of mind. And you know, the sad thing is that the system has kind of created what success is supposed to look like for us. How many people do you know that have that are miserable and hate their existence? Clearly, it doesn't bring happiness. Happiness is free. Success is free, right? We're all successful. We all are successful if we believe in it. And the third thing is a little more practical. How do we engineer disruption? I look at what's taking place in the market, the trends that are taking place. Trends are interesting, right? The only thing that I think trends are important for is understanding them so that you can do the opposite. Trust me, the markets are built upon riding the wave of trends. I mean, if you look at the fashion industry, everybody's trend forecasting and figuring out how their product can match into everything else so we can all wear the same shit. So if we truly want to be disruptive, we have to now start thinking above. How do we engineer the next segment? So we take a look at what's going on in the market, right? And then we just simply say, what is the opposite? Just simply take a look at the opposite. It doesn't mean you have to do the opposite. Just look at the varying degrees from point A to point B and figure out how you can identify how your message, how your product, how your positioning can be angled in a different way. How are you different from the market in everything you do? And really take the time to engineer a different story. And if you really take the time to do this and pay close attention to detail in everything that you do, your brand will stand out. So I hope you find value in that. You guys can definitely keep in touch with me. I work with entrepreneurs. I mentor. I teach. I love this stuff. We need a strong community to create a strong and healthy child. Same thing with the company, right? We need a healthy community to create a healthy business, and we need to do this together. And that's what I'm all about. So feel free to reach out to me, and thank you guys very much.